Good evening. How are my board students? How is the preparation going on? In fact, this is the time you must be peaking, I'm sure. See, the examination formally have started. Of course, the 10th class will be appearing for their first exam on 27th. This is the time I should be talking to you about your time management. See, students, time management, I have always been saying, is life management. You manage your time, you manage your life. If you don't manage your time, in fact, you don't only spoil one examination, it spoils the complete life. See, ultimately, what an examination is. An examination is a formal assessment, right? It may be board examination, it may be home examination. You have been appearing a number of examinations since you started your schooling. So it won't be the first time that you are appearing for the board examination, and for the sake of the board examination, just on the name of the board examination, you should not be taking any stress. See, taking a bit of positive stress is always good. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about distress. Distress is harmful. It brings anxiety. And you must remember that the five fingers are not equal. And so is the case with every student. Every student is unique, and therefore every student cannot be scoring all those 90%. But if you can manage your time, you can perform up to your potential. And it's all about performing to your potential. That's all, nothing else. See, create a schedule during the examination. Having a schedule during the normal time is something else, and having a schedule for the examination is another thing. Then, students, you got to be organized, you have always been. Even during examinations also, you got to be very organized. You cannot just start leaving things. No, do everything. Even during the examination, you should have your exercises, you should have a balanced diet, and you must have 6 to 7 hours of sleep. Do not let your sleep disturb. See, this is anxiety, this is changing the schedule that causes a lot of things. There are students who forget things on the day of examination. They forget to carry their geometry boxes, their pen, even their admit cards. And this happens only when you just take extra anxiety, when you are anxious about the board examination. See, be normal, have those good breaks. But when I talk about break, it should be a well timed break. See, the break should not be at such a time you are doing a very important uh, topic or chapter, and at that point of time you get disturbed, you have a break. Then when you come back again, you will have to again start from the very beginning. That should not happen. All your breaks should be well timed, well organized. And then, students, set your priorities. See, you are the best judge about yourself. You know your potential. And if you are the best judge, then who should set your priorities? Naturally, you, along with your teacher, your parents, they can just help you a bit. They have already done it. Now it is you who has to set your priorities. See, there cannot be a standard thing for every student that uh, every student has to spend 4 hours for mathematics and 3 hours for science and this many hours. No, you are the best judge, you know it better that which are your weak areas and where you want to have more time. So your priorities have to be rationally, scientifically set by you. And then, of course, all those things which you tend to forget should be set one day prior to the exam. Right? Supposing tomorrow you have your exam, today evening you should set all your, including your admit card, your pen, your pencils, everything. You should set everything one day in advance. That you should try. Then on the day of examination, have at least 5 to 7 minutes for reading. Go through the whole question paper. Don't be in unnecessary hurry. Hurry makes curry. I have always been saying this. So have that study time with you, and when you have already studied, now try easy questions. Nowadays you have MCQs for you, but even for MCQs, if you have got some higher order MCQs, leave them. Leave them for the last half an hour or so. But always start with those easy questions, those MCQs first, and then you should be leaving at least half an hour for the high order thinking questions, and the last 10 minutes just for revision. So manage your time well. Then one thing more. See, there is no point in unnecessary writing a lot of things about a question which is well prepared. Don't waste your time. Be specific. Write the required things only. एक क्वेश्चन मुझे बहुत अच्छे से आता है तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं उसी के बारे में लिखता गया और आधा घंटा उसी पे लगा दिया. No, don't do that. Be very specific. That will always give a good impression about you, and you will save a lot of time. The last half an hour for high order thinking questions. And regarding the MCQs of high order thinking, I'll suggest you one thing. You always adopt the reverse policy. That is about omitting. See, you just go for the 4 options, option A, option B, option C, option D, and you are satisfied option D can never be. So roll out this possibility. Now option B can not be. Now you are left with only A and C. So which is the more likely? That way you can do for those MCQs which are of high order thinking, maybe 1 or 2 out of 20, right? And then of course the question which requires a lot of thinking and which may confuse you, it is of high order thinking and it's a long answer type, that has to be attempted at the last. And then of course the last 10 to 15 minutes just for complete revision. And I'm sure you will do well. Go for the exams without any stress. Do your best. Wish you all the best.